Good morning, I'm Ettore Mocchetti, an architect. I've worked in architecture for years, also in printing and journalism. I'm the director of the Architectural Digest magazine, but I mainly focus on restorations, environmental restorations, house interiors, and improving living conditions for a better quality of life. This is what interests me, and throughout my long career, I have only thought about this. I believe that I came here because my friend Silvio Tarquini had a brilliant idea to restore, revive, bring back to life a building that had been dead for years. And this is truly amazing, and it has thrilled me. From the first time I came here, I was shocked by the beauty of this building, which was a large building, because especially today one might be impressed by a small villa, a hunting lodge, a house. But here the building was very large. It was in ruins, but it had extraordinary qualities of habitation, habitability, way of living. From my shoulders there is Lake Lugano. We are in a marvelous place, as you can see. A place rich in history too. There is a big sun because it is one of the sunniest places in Switzerland, perhaps definitely the sunniest in the canton of Ticino. As you can see, Lake Lugano winds its way with great charm. There is Caslano behind me, but beyond the first pre-Alps, we can have Monte Rosa. From Monte Rosa to Monte Generosa, we have a spectacular view. At the start of the century, a kurhaus was created. The Germans constructed it as they are fond of Canton Ticino in Switzerland, and they selected a stunning location to build the kurhaus. An exceptional restoration and renovation endeavor has been carried out to bring it up to the contemporary living conditions of today's world. It is clear that a building of this kind has been constructed according to the latest principles of ecology on one hand and energy saving on the other hand. It is a truly magnificent structure from these perspectives. It is extremely well constructed. It is constructed to have very minimal expenses and very minimal environmental effects. Let's not forget that we are on the Golden Hill. We are in Agra. Agra is a country that has been mythologized by many people. People may forget today that Hermann Hesse was here, who wrote many of the things that we could read later, but above all, because he was well here. He took walks, there are fitness trails, he turns in the woods. So this building, this resort, let's say this resort of the Golden Hill, enjoys all of this and benefits from the natural surroundings. When the new building was designed, constructed, and revised from the original structure of this building, all of the parking lots are located underground. We don't have any cars around the building. You arrive, the cars disappear, and from there you go up to the apartments or residences, which we will talk about later. From an energy perspective, it is evident that presently this structure is highly insulated. It is a structure that effectively retains heat and does not dissipate heat to the external environment. With the minimum energy requirements for comfortable living in winter or summer, this building offers exceptional thermal efficiency. The attention to detail and special care given to its design ensure that residents will appreciate its benefits over time. To switch to ecology, which is equally important, we do not forget that the property covers about 250,000 square meters, and 250,000 square meters have been the subject of careful study. We want to discuss water. Here there is even the recovery of wastewater, i.e., all rainwater is recovered as it was in the early 20th century, but the tanks have been expanded and enlarged. Everything has been recovered. All the waters have been channeled. We do not go to get water from outside, but we have wells within the property that provide water or springs. naturally, in conjunction with the native essences, they have undergone revision of new essences, but always from the area. There have been replanted essences typical of the Canton Ticino and not strange essences. This is very important. The gardens were not made just for show, but it is a garden that is natural, I would say naturalistic, where people can live well. He talked about energy consumption. Well, here we are self-sufficient. Here the whole system is a geothermal system, which means it utilizes the temperature difference of the ground layers. Here. 100% of the energy is thus produced. This is absolutely fantastic, even for those who will live here. Let's think about the costs. The costs are absolutely limited, but apart from that, we don't use diesel or gas. That is, we don't use coal or fossil fuels. This is a great thing for pollution, and it's also great because it drives this experiment done on geothermal energy at these altitudes. Important to have been able to do it. We talked earlier about an extraordinary location. Yes, we said it, 10 minutes from the highway exit, 10 minutes, 15 minutes from Lugano, the village behind, a few minutes walk, there are all the schools, and then 10 minutes away there is the American school, which is one of the pride of Lugano. It is a very interesting school from an international point of view. You also need to walk. There are amazing walks, we mentioned them earlier. There are incredible fitness trails in the midst of unspoiled woods, and this is an essential thing for wellness. To feel good, you also need to walk. It is a building with many lodges, and the original building had many lodges. Why these lodges? Why do they protect themselves in a certain way from the sun or rain, but at the same time they also receive the sun at sunset and sunrise and throughout the day, thus extending what is the apartment inside. It extends and leans outward with an extraordinary view, because I would like to invite you to see the view we have from many of the apartments located on the various floors. There is an extraordinary view of this basin, in this hollow, in these wonderful mountains, and on the surrounding greenery. Every aspect has been thoroughly studied to ensure maximum privacy. Each of the apartments is strategically positioned to offer complete privacy, which is of utmost importance. As mentioned, not only the utmost care was taken in the restoration and renovation of the entire building, but also a new concept was introduced, let's say new at least for these areas, and not new for Anglo-Saxon countries. That is, this is a building that has its own capacity to be self-sufficient, especially because when you arrive at the building, there is a doorman who will be available 24 hours a day. There is an entrance hall, there is a place where people can stay, there is a library, there is a restaurant, there are meeting rooms. Of course, they are for the use of all those who come to live here. The residence is a particular residence, a residence that will be possible to rent, a residence that will also be at the service of the wellness center that is being taken care of. It is a residence with 28 suites and 16 studios that of course can enjoy and take advantage of all the services mentioned before, including the restaurant, the bar, the library, the meeting rooms, the entrance hall, the lounge, and the concierge, ensuring a comfortable and convenient stay for all guests. Apart from this, the complexity of this building does not stop inside the building, but it comes out. He goes out because we will have a large outdoor pool with a view of the lake, heated, a spectacular circular pool with a nearby pool house where people can stay, drink, have a coffee, have a drink, rest. Speaking of the body, there will be a splendid spa area inside the building, featuring many massage cabins and special treatments provided by resident doctors if needed. Additionally, there will be an indoor pool, which is definitely a great asset of this remarkable structure. Sauna, Turkish baths, all that is part of the modern wellness concept of the spa in present times. Here the magic word is emotion, because I actually got emotional when I saw the old Kurhaus building for the first time with Silvio Tarquini. From emotion, we must transition to something more real, to the pencil that travels on the paper, and to those who know how to put well on paper, the technical and practical way to build a building of this kind. Tarquini. His studies are splendid, many young architects. Makes me feel good. Reminds me of university or when I teach at the University of Florence. It's a nostalgic feeling. These guys are truly splendid, they're talented, they're attentive, and they're infected by the emotion and the desire to do something. How did we consider the interior spaces? Considering contemporaneity, the modern way of living changed significantly from the past. For example, kitchens must be livable kitchens. Kitchens must be fully equipped. Today, bathrooms are called bath salts because they are more comfortable, people feel better in them, so we have taken great care in these spaces. The same in the living room. The living room that almost everyone overlooks, large loggias, large balconies that overlook this splendid panorama we have talked about. The finishes have been carefully done from the start, i.e., the sound insulation between apartments is excellent. We have implemented certain expedients for which we really don't even have ground vibrations. We have considered oak flooring throughout the entire space and ancient oak flooring. This provides warmth, offers excellent enhancement to the apartment, but most importantly, creates a comfortable living environment for people. No kind of incompatible or non-environmentally friendly materials have been used. That is to say, all the paints are water-based. There are no solvents. All the materials inside are absolutely non-toxic materials. The care of the systems should have been seen while we were doing them. They are fantastic. They look like relays. They look like computers. They are beautiful. The connections are made with great skill, always carefully studied so that there are no noises. For example, the exhausts are all really noise-proof. They seem like small things, but they are the things that really give something extra to these apartments. Let's not talk about the windows, all insulated, soundproof, which retain part of the heat from solar radiation and are very well made. They are made with a combination of wood and aluminum. They are sliding windows. They open easily, and the same sun protection is provided with a series of specially designed devices. Last but not least, let's talk about home automation. This is a splendid building completely equipped with home automation. Home automation is a very difficult word, but in reality it means that it is an intelligent building, intelligent for those who live in it, and easy to use for all the systems it has inside. So we are at the forefront of technology in this regard. Even the lighting systems are carefully studied. It is a building conceived in a new way, I would say a contemporary but avant-garde way.